In the quiet hills of Tennessee, a legend has whispered through generations. A tale so terrifying, even U.S. presidents feared to speak of it. This is the story of the bell witch, America's most famous haunting. Welcome to AR Mystery Hub, where history hides its darkest secrets, and the supernatural steps into the light. Tonight, we open the creaking door to the Bell Witch's curse. It's the early 1800s. Adams, Tennessee, is a humble farming community where neighbors know each other's names, and the land provides both sustenance and peace. But for the Bell family, this peace would be shattered forever. The Bell family was led by John Bell, a respected farmer, and his wife Lucy, known for her kindness. They lived with their children in a two-story log home, surrounded by sprawling farmland. Everything was normal until 1817. That's when John spotted a strange animal in his cornfield. It had the body of a dog, the head of a rabbit, and eyes that glowed unnaturally. He raised his rifle and fired, but the creature vanished without a trace. That was the first sign that something unnatural had found them. The first noises. Not long after the sighting, the Bell family began hearing scratching sounds along the wooden walls at night. Then came knocking, then the sound of chewing, as if rats were in the walls, but no vermin were ever found. The noises grew louder. They echoed through the rooms, even shaking furniture. The family's nights became sleepless, their days filled with fear. Then whispers began. First, it was like faint wind, then distinct words, a voice that could mimic anyone in the family. The attacks begin. One by one, the Bell children became targets. Hair was pulled, faces were slapped by invisible hands, blankets were yanked from their beds. The entity began to speak more clearly, claiming her name was Kate. Kate, the spirit, announced she had two goals: to kill John Bell, to stop his daughter Betsy from marrying a man named Joshua Gardner. The attacks on Betsy were relentless, pinching, hitting, leaving marks on her skin. The legend grows. Word of the Bell Witch spread quickly. Neighbors visited and experienced it themselves, hearing the voice, feeling cold hands, and witnessing objects move. Even General Andrew Jackson, future U.S. president, visited the Bell farm. He reportedly said, "I'd rather fight the entire British army than face the Bell Witch again." John Bell's final days. The spirit's hatred for John Bell only intensified. He became weak, his health failing without explanation. By December 1820, he could barely leave his bed. On the morning of December 20th, he was found unconscious. A strange black vial sat nearby. The voice of Kate cackled, claiming she had poisoned him. John Bell died that day. At his funeral, mourners reported hearing the witch laughing and singing loudly from nowhere. Aftermath and return. Narration. After John's death, the witch declared her mission complete and vanished. But she promised to return in 7 years. And she did. In 1828, members of the Bell family claimed the spirit reappeared for a short time, speaking calmly about the past before disappearing once more. Some say the Bell Witch still roams Adams, Tennessee, with modern visitors reporting whispers in the Bell Witch cave and shadows in the woods. Theories and mystery. Narration. What was the Bell Witch? A restless spirit? A curse? Or could it have been the result of superstition and hysteria? Skeptics believe it may have been a clever prank taken too far, or mass panic. Believers insist the consistency of the accounts, and the number of credible witnesses, proves the haunting was real. Even today, the Bell Witch remains America's most famous haunting, a mystery that refuses to die. The 1930s encounter. Over a century after John Bell's death, the witch's presence was felt again. In the 1930s, a local schoolteacher claimed to have been attacked while walking home at night near the old Bell farm. She described hearing footsteps behind her, slow, deliberate. When she turned, no one was there. Then a sharp slap across her face knocked her to the ground. The teacher swore she heard a woman's voice whisper, "I'm still here." The Bell Witch Cave Mysteries. Today, the Bell Witch Cave is a tourist attraction, but not all who enter leave untouched. Visitors report cameras malfunctioning, sudden drops in temperature, and unseen hands tugging their clothes. One group of paranormal investigators claimed to capture an EVP, an electronic voice phenomenon that said, "Leave this place or join him." The chilling warning, narration, the bell which legend warns. Once her name is spoken aloud, she listens. Some say speaking of her too much invites her into your life. Locals in Adams tell newcomers not to mock the witch. They claim she enjoys proving skeptics wrong, and her methods are never gentle. Perhaps she's still out there, waiting for the next bell, or the next curious soul to wander too close. The Midnight Knock in 2020. A family new to Adams, Tennessee, moved into a farmhouse not far from the original Bell property. One night, just after midnight, they heard 3 loud knocks on their front door. When they opened it, no one was there. The knocks came again the next night 3 times, always at the same hour. On the 3rd night, they decided not to answer. From outside, they heard a woman's voice say, in a tone cold and certain, "Tell them, I'm still waiting." The final sight, narration. In 2023, a truck driver passing through Adams late at night reported seeing a woman walking along the roadside in a faded 1800s dress. She turned to look at him, her face pale, eyes black as coal. When he slowed down to offer help, she vanished into thin air, leaving only a lingering scent of roses and the faint echo of laughter in the wind. Local police searched the road. No one was found, but the driver swore on his life it wasn't a dream. So, was the bell witch a restless ghost seeking revenge, or a legend twisted through time? Either way, her story has survived over 2 centuries, and she's still not done. This is AR Mystery Hub, your portal to the strange and unexplained. Subscribe if you're not afraid of what might follow you home.